And in this video then, I'm going to be discussing everything to do with AFC Harrogate. So my thoughts and opinion, and I'm going to speak to a few people who've just sort of recently been through the process in the last sort of 6 to 7 months. So we'll hear all their sort of thoughts, opinions, tricks, tips, whatever it may be. So AFC Harrogate. Okay. Hello and welcome to another video. How is it going? This is going crazy. Now let's state this hair. If there's anything that I cannot wait, I don't think my hair's ever been as long as this since I actually joined the army, since I was 17, 31 years old now. It's as long as it goes. I have seen a lot of people shaving them and all that sort of stuff. I'm not doing it because I look like an absolute creature as it is. Never mind with all my sort of wood burn gone as well. So all fingers crossed, the barbers will open soon. Right, anyway, welcome to Ranger Media. My name's Luke, and it's all about bringing sort of my love and passion for filmmaking and photography, combining them all together, and really showcasing the sort of British Army at the minute, because that is the day job, that is an important part in my life at the minute. This is all sort of a side thing that I'm further developing. So obviously, being in the British Army, infantry specific, there's a military theme to the channel itself. So if you're here and you stumble upon it by looking for information in the British Army, you will get it. There's a lot of informative videos to try and help people make that decision, because it's a big step. And I remember many years ago where there was not much places to go to decide what I wanted to do. You really were in your mercy of the recruiter, so that one person, be it whoever it was, male, female, and whatever corps or regiment they were, 9 times out of 10, that's where people would go, because there was no other sort of information out there on what you could do. Internet being a beautiful thing, you can get loads of stuff on there. So that's the main thing for it, so people can really make that informed decision. Second thing then is the entertainment side of it. I see, because I'm in the army, I see day to day so much talent and everything they do, and I just think the stories need told, and me telling them stories through video and photography, it helps to get their stories out there. That's the first one. Second one then, it's showcasing that talent also for people who maybe deciding do they want to do it or not. They can watch it and see it, I like it. And then thirdly, it's developing me then as a filmmaker and in the photography. I'm not going to bring that stuff into the channel because people may not be here for that, but it's something they may start to creep into it in the future, sort of talking about photography and filmmaking as well, but that'll be on a different playlist or whatnot. So if it's something you think you'd like, please consider liking and subscribing. I know I say it every week, some people say it, but it's a call to action, and it really does help the channel, and the more the channel grows, the higher the production value can be and the better entertainment you can get. Right, cool, I think that's enough for the introduction. Yeah, so what we're going to be talking about today then is Harrogate. AFC Harrogate. So if you don't know what that is, it is Army Foundation College Harrogate, and it's the place where you can go in at a sort of junior level to join the British Army. I should have flipping found out before I started the video, but it's around 17 years old. I just missed it, so I was 17 years and however many months, so I was the most youngest person in a senior intake, if that makes sense. But if you're below that, I believe you can start applying in your sort of last year of school, and you've got sort of late 16, early 17-year-olds. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. So that's what it is. It's college, and it's your base one. It's your phase 1 basic training. It's going to be done there. It's going to be completed there, but it's spread out over quite a bit of time. The whole the long course, as such as it's called, is a 42-week course, and in that then they're going to be doing physical fitness, their basic training to get that tick in a box. You're going to be doing sports, a whole wide range of activities, also a little bit of academics and education in there as well. So if you think about it, other basic training establishments, they condense their basic training into like a 14-week package, and it's just fully intense, yeah, straight at it. Whereas Harrogate, it's spread out over a longer period of time, and it's, you know, it can be a really good experience for people, getting away from home or whatnot, meeting new people, all that sort of stuff. Do I think it's a good idea? Flipping right, brilliant idea. If you've got somebody who's really keen in the army, about the army, really want to do and go to the army, it's a perfect place to go. One, if you're going to join that, people go, oh, you know, people shouldn't be joining that age. You need to go out and experience life, and it's child soldiers and all this. It's complete flipping rubbish. You know, if someone is running around the streets and they've got nothing to do and they're just a flipping, yeah, they're causing havoc on the streets, let's say, and their extracurricular activities aren't good ones, going somewhere like that there and can give people a real sense of direction and a good foundation and start at life. don't have to go for a 22-year career if they didn't want to, or a 12-year one, or a 6-year one, however many years it may be, even a 4-year career. So you think you're 17, sort of 18, 19, 20, 21. Look, I had to use my fingers because I'm in the infantry. So 21 years old, you will come out and you will have had, far more experience than what your civilian counterpart, or if this is someone's mum and dad watching this now, like a civilian counterpart would have in a college or something. They haven't given their whole sort of, young adult years away to the military because they're 21 years old and they've got their full 20s to go and do something. So I think it's a really good idea, really good idea. It gets good life skills, medical skills, fitness, discipline, courage, all that sort of stuff. So if you're going to go into the army, it's 100%, you've got that rock hard foundation to start your army career. And if you're not and you do the minimum time, you've still got a good rock hard foundation to go smash it up in Civvy Street and do whatever civilian sector job there is. Right, cool, you've got mine. Obviously, I'm really big for it. But yes, so instead of me sitting here and yarping on for 16 minutes about AFC Harrogate, what we're going to do is we're going to jump down and we're going to speak to a couple of guys, two of them in particular, who have just come out. About 3 months have now been in battalion. They've done the 42-week course in Harrogate and then 12 weeks in Catterick, so their infantry training. Flick back into the gap. Obviously not everyone in Harrogate's infantry, it's for the wider army. So as soon as you finish 42 weeks, have a massive pass-off parade, everyone will disperse across the army and you'll go pick up your specialist trade, whether it be medics, engineers, RLC drivers, RLC chefs, artillery, infantry, Catterick, 12 weeks and off to battalion. And these two guys that we're going to speak to, that's the process they've done. So 42 weeks in Catterick, no, definitely not. 42 weeks in Harrogate, 12 weeks in Catterick, and they're in battalion doing a little bit of training now. So let's go down and speak to them.
I'm Ranger Adamson and I joined battalion 5 months ago.
And I'm Ranger Park and I also joined battalion 5 months ago.
So just tell us what you're at, what you're doing today.
Well, we're just practicing skills and drills, just going through practicing small skills and drills just to build up from the start again, back up to section level, platoon level stuff.
Okay.
And obviously I've learned a lot of things for the past 2 days. We've done stuff like this, the way the Royal Irish do it rather than the way I learned it way back at phase 1. So where you come at here, just a bit more of you learn more again, you keep learning and learning and learning.
Yeah, keep learning.
Where did you go to for basic training?
I went to AFC Harrogate at the end of September in 2018.
At the exact same intake and everything. I left school, signed up before school, left school about a while after, straight into selection and that, and straight into Harrogate after that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I applied as early as I could, so I think it was 15 and 7 months, and I was still in school at the time, and I've always wanted to be in the army, so I thought Harrogate's the quickest way to get in.
Right. Where did you find out? How did you know about Harrogate? How did you know to join there? Like what?
I was just YouTube, like going on YouTube and looking up British Army training and all that, and then I seen a video on AFC Harrogate, put up by the British Army, and then I watched it, and I'm like, and then I researched a bit more into it and realised it was for 16, 17 year olds.
Okay.
So I thought that's for me.
Similar story and how you found how you knew you could get in at that age?
No, I watched one of your YouTube videos and it came
okay.
up on the side of my YouTube channel, like AFC Junior Soldiers, and I thought, what's a Junior Soldier? I clicked onto it and found out the AFC Harrogate was a thing and this stage would be, and I thought, well, I'm in the age category here and see if I can sign in.
Okay, cool.
I personally felt my way. I thought it's going to be the exact same as school. I always hear the old stories of like how things go, how things this and that, but you don't actually know until you go there. The way I always think about it is it's different from school. School, very first day, teachers like act all nice, and then during the year things change. In the army, you're treated as a basic civvy until a certain point in time you prove yourself and prove that you should be in the army, and you start getting respect after that. And ever since that point of phase 1 training, you're always getting respect afterwards.
Okay. Happy days.
I was bricking it. I was just really nervous about going.
Right.
Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the scariest looking, wasn't the fittest at the time, and I went there nervous because I'd heard all the horror stories of phase 1, all sorts, and then I got there and it was a big shock to the system, but then I got used to it pretty quickly and then it just grew on me and then I enjoyed it.
So that's what you'll bring me on to now, is like the horror stories and stuff. They may just watch films and movies and see all that kind of stuff. How much of a reflection is that kind of style to what basic training actually is like?
There's no way to describe it. Like, if I described it to a lot of people, they wouldn't really understand. They get like, the point of it and they get this and that, but you don't know until you do it. Like I remembered when I watched videos, I was buzzed, and as soon as I'd done something, like I'd done my very first section attack or fire manoeuvre, your blood pressure just goes straight up, and you're just laughing, you're loving every single moment of it, and it's just it's hard to describe what you do in phase 1 training. You learn a lot, and it changes a lot.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Like it's like I don't really know. There's no way to describe it apart from just do it.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna know if you're actually up for it until you do it.
Okay. A big one then is money, because I get lost this and I don't actually know. How much do you get paid in that when you first arrive? What was your first paycheck?
First paycheck for me was, it just goes into your bank account.
Okay.
So I think mine was £900.
Okay.
My first paycheck, and then after that it slowly built up to 1,200, and then you got 1,200 every month.
Yeah. How long did it take to do that?
Like 3 months, 4 months.
3 months. So that's 1,200 quid straight away in your bank account.
In your bank for you to spend on whatever you want.
No, rent doesn't.
Nope.
No, just that's your.
That's your
after
1,200,
everything
yeah.
is taken away. So.
Right. And has your wage changed any since you've left Harrogate? Has it went up again?
It's went up again, yeah, a couple £100.
Where are you sitting at now?
About 1,400 a month now.
So 1,400 a month, and that's accommodation already taken out of that.
Yeah, that's
everything.
Food, well, that's your money.
That's my money, yeah.
Right. Okay. What do you say to them? The girls who want to give it a go, who want to come to infantry.
To girls who genuinely want to give it a go and try their hardest to get into the infantry, I'd say go for it. I mean, no one would care if you're a girl. If you can still do the job we do, then you deserve a spot in the regiment. Like.
I've seen girls do a lot better than guys at some point in time, believe it or not. There's girls who, like, there's always that stereotype, but girls got a lot more stronger minds, a lot more smarter than the guy. If they kind of process a lot of things a lot quicker, and obviously it's been proven quite a few times now, females can pass things that males are only meant to be passing. So
from you then, you've been did you do mixed sections in Harrogate, or is it
not in my platoon, but in our company there was a mixed platoon.
Does happen, does it?
Yeah.
Right, so you've seen it happen. Right.
Yeah.
Tips you would give this, if you had to go back and redo it all again, what you would do better? What would you know now that you wish you had known?
Definitely be more prepared. Mentally and physically. Probably more mentally, because a lot of it is mental. Like a lot of the stuff you do, although you're physically in clip, if you've got the mindset to just get through it, you'll get through it. Like.
Okay.
So prepare mindset and read into mental strength and mental resilience.
Right, okay, so you advise someone to read into that sort of thing then? Okay, right, there's plenty of stuff on the internet as well. What about yourself?
I'd just say pretty much the fact that you're going to be living with these like men and women pretty much for quite a long time. So the difference is I went in there not really trusting a lot of people, obviously from past. So when I went there, I was a bit tight, but after a while you start learning that these people are going to be working with on a day-to-day basis, and you're pretty much linked together, and you just can't do your job with one person to do the whole platoon or etc. So pretty much when you go in there, don't think that what happened in the past is going to happen to you in the future. Them guys are going to Harrogate. If they're going to stay in Harrogate, they'll be a lot, like, they'll pretty much have your back the whole way through it.
Yeah. And then we'll just finish off, obviously, battalion now. What's it like to be in battalion, and give us, without giving us exact details of where you're going to go to next year and stuff, what sort of, what's it like?
Great feeling. Just finally knowing that you've earned a spot to actually like walk around and have the headdress and have the flashes and the stable belt. Just feels good. Like.
Right. So a couple of sentences to anyone wanting to join the Royal Irish. So specifically, the Army is a good thing, but specifically someone wanting to come to be an Irish Ranger.
It's a close-knit regiment, family regiment. You'll probably meet someone here who lives in the same local area and you've never seen them before in your life, and then you live quite close together so you can meet up on leave.
Family regiment?
Family regiment,
right,
yeah.
Same as him, family regiment. Everyone, you come here, there's no are you English or this and that, it's all one. It's just the best regiment I've ever been, like I've ever seen about or learned about. So.
Okay, right, cheers for your time, boys.
Cheers.
And I'll let you at it.
Right, Adamson, listen in! Me and Craig, we're going to pull uphill left and give you some fire support. You're going to take the position you and Park, yeah? Happy?
So there we go, something a little bit different this week. I thought I might treat you to something else other than just sitting here and watching me inside this little sweat box of the room. The weather is gleaming at the minute, but flip me, it gets really warm at night time. So hopefully you got something out of that, and that's, if you're not coming to join Harrogate or going to join the army or whatever it may be, it just shows you the sort of different experiences are in there. This is all the sort of training side of things. Obviously looking to the future, be lots more stuff in there we'll be pumping in, and then obviously that little small segment after that interview, that's the sort of filmmaking part coming in. That was only a very, very short bit because I didn't want to burn this video out to flipping 30-minute ones that we used to be doing. No one likes them, but that's the sort of entertainment value you can bring to it if you're here for that. Anyway, so thank you very much if you got this far, and please, if you do know someone who's thinking about that Harrogate experience, whether it be someone's parents, and they're trying to look for information, let them know about this video, share it on to them, whether it be privately or send them the link, and just so they can see that, and they can see the guys that sort of been through there and sort of try and put them at ease a little bit more. Like always, if you've got any questions about anything whatsoever, drop it in the comment section below. If you're watching this video now, tonight as it's gone live, I should be active over the first sort of 2-3 hours that's been active, and then if this obviously keeps going on in the video, I will get back to your comments as when I can. Obviously as well, obviously not, because I'm letting you know, I've got Instagram and Facebook as well. I'm a little bit more on Instagram than Facebook, and that's going to bring up all the sort of still photography side of stuff, with obviously a focus being on military, and that'll really focus in on the infantry slash Royal Irish, so Irish Rangers, and sort of light protective mobility, foxhounds, all that sort of stuff. So if you want to go infantry, all that sort of stuff, you will still get stuff off that sort of Instagram account. Also then it also gives you the sort of opportunity to jump on me direct mail. I can normally sort of answer a bit quicker. Don't hold me to it, but I do get a bit back to you a bit quicker on DMs on Instagram. Anyway, so thank you very much for joining us again. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again next week.